set to go. Showing the slab in today's game. Grant Holmes. What do you have on him?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Lindor swings through that one.
0-1.
A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that one is lifted in the air. Harris after it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Batting third, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Juan Soto, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball. Man at first, one away. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Liner saved it first.
Great diving catch on the line drive, and the ground does not cause a fumble. Great athleticism on that play right there.
Here's Pete Alonso. And first offering is fouled off. Holmes, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. Swing and a ball lifted left field. White has this one sized up, reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Mets strand one, and now the Braves, with their first chance to hit, were scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and taking the ball for the Mets, Griffin Canning. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. Right through there for a strike. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Taylor snags it, and there's one away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Austin Riley, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. Into second, and he's got a double.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Matt Olson up to the plate. That one fouled off. Man at second. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's two away. Here's Marcell Ozuna.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Fought off foul.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Riley at second with two down. And he swings through that one.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here in Atlanta, second inning set to go. Jeff McNeil stands in. Holmes back to work. In there at the knees, and that is strike one. And that one fouled off. The pitch. And that's in the dirt.
1-2.
And there's a ball.
2-2.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So up next, Tyrone Taylor. That's outside. And that is ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. That one ripped. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Now at the plate, Brett Beatty. Fouled off to the right. And that
That's in.
misses.
Ball.
And it's 1-1. 2 out, space is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one
2-2.
not close. 2-2. That's a little bit low.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch. And I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man at first. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. He swings and fouls one off. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
Ball 1 there.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Harris sizing this one up. Brings it in. And that'll do it. Mets leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
Ozzie Albies.
On the ground to the left. Beatty throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 6, catcher Sean.
Here's Sean Murphy. And that's down and away. A changeup missing. And that's ball 2. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Michael Harris the second. Now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a foul ball. Murphy over at first with 1 away. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings and lines one towards the gap, and no one can get there. Murphy around second on his way to third, and that's a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
And stepping in is the speedy Eli White. Golden opportunity right here. Outside low. 1-0.
1-0.
Second inning here, no score. That one inside, 2-0. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2-2.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 away now.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run's in. The throw home. Safe. He beat the tag. It's 2-zip.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Two outs, runner on first. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Two runs across in the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Check swing to the 0-2, appeal to first, and he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Braves 2 and the Mets nothing. Top half of the third inning. Now it's the shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. High fly ball out into left center field. Allen makes the grab. 2 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Fly to center his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris has a beat on it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the inning.
Lead
Here
off
is
the
Austin
Braves.
Riley.
Third baseman,
Lots of players
Austin
perform better at home, and this batter is no
Riley.
exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
That one ripped, but foul. Next pitch is outside. In the air, right side. Soto gets under it. He's there. He's got it. One away.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here is Matt Olson. He was a strikeout victim his first time. On the ground, right side. Jumps, throws. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
So now the DH spot, Marcell Ozuna. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Foul ball. And ball one.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Battling here as he fouls it away. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Down in order go the Braves. They're on top 2-0. And we're back.
Leading
Start
off
of the
for the
fourth.
Mets,
Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he's looking great so
0-1.
far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one finds the zone. That's strike two.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Murphy throws to first in time. They get the out on Soto. Make quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Alonso takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that is out of play. The 1-1. Swings through that one.
Clearly, he was sitting on a
One
fastball
ball,
right
2 strikes.
there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Nope.
And
that's
now it's
it.
even up.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One out, base is empty. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. And the polar bear strikes out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
McNeil, the next to hit, takes outside. Pitch misses inside. And the count is 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Full count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Ground ball, Olsen. He'll do it himself, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Mets strand 1. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Albies measures 5 feet 8 inches, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. Swinging a foul straight back. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-1.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count. And they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
That one just misses.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Digging in, Sean Murphy. He reached out a walk his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. On the inside corner for a strike. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And now Michael Harris II doubled his first time. Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Save.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
One out and a runner at second. Next pitch is outside. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. That one missed.
2-2. Full count.
In the dirt, blocked. And ball four
That's
to
ball
a board.
four. Runner take your base.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or
Now
for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
First and second, one out. White getting ready to hit. That one outside.
that's out.
Ball one. Misses
That missed.
again,
That's the
5
ball.
in a row.
2-0.
Albies at second. Harris at first. One gone. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. And that one off the outside edge. Right side. Soto gets under it. Puts it away for the out.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help
Up next
in his
for the
outings to come.
Braves, the shortstop, Nick Allen.
Nick Allen will hit next. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. And a foul ball. Foul ball there. The shortstop
1-2.
takes the ball. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2. Stays alive. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Ronald Acuna Jr. on deck for Atlanta. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Ozzie flying around third. The throw in. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. And they're up by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Goes He's down looking. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We played 4. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. Back at Truist
Leading
Park,
off for
ready
the
now
Mets,
for the 5th
third
inning,
baseman,
and stepping in
Brett
for New
Beatty.
York, Brett Beatty. Holmes back to work. Ball 1,
That's
no
inside. That's a
strikes.
ball.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
To the right side. Albies whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Inside, and it's 1-0.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
1-1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything
1 and 2
after
the count.
that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone.
Nice,
Now
doubled
batting,
up with the slider for that
shortstop,
punch out. The
Luis
one
Acuna.
before just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Acuna in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
He's controlling things
That's the
out there
ball.
on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Now this offense has just been
1-2.
locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing.
Now pitching for the
They
New York
turn
Mets.
things over to the southpaw,
Number
David Peterson.
23.
And he's done a great
David
job keeping the
Peterson.
ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
So here's Riley
Leading
now.
off for the Braves, third baseman Austin Riley.
There's a strike.
Pretty good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
Outside.
No, that's out.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swings here and blasts one left field. That one opts against the fence. Around first and hustling for second, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter now, Matt Olson, 0 for 2 in this one. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Out towards right center field. Touches down. That's a hit. Coming home. He will score. And it's an RBI single. And they lead by 4. Man at first, nobody out. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch misses.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the start.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 1 for 2. Check swing, and he held up. That catches the zone for a strike, and the count 1-1. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that goes foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Now in for the Braves, Sean Murphy. And that is downstairs. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a miss.
1 and 2's the count.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is.
Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back here in Atlanta, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Francisco Lindor. Right through there for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Next to hit, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 0-1. Next offering is outside. In the air, left field, White. One down.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball one. Next offering is fouled back. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Up and
That's
in, and it's 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a
Now
good
batting,
high
the first
fastball in a
baseman,
two-strike
Pete
situation,
Alonso.
it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. And there's a ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Lindor at second with 2 down. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's up to 7 strikeouts. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Eli White. Inside, just missed.
Ball out.
And another ball.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Nick Allen.
At the plate, Nick Allen. First pitch just misses. There's the strike. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that's outside. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. A little bit low. Ball 3.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And there's a foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike two. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a hard hit ball. Fair ball down the first baseline. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. Top of the zone for a called strike. Could be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score, throws to second, and in at second with an RBI double. We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? StatCast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
Here's Matt Olson. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Caught him looking for the K. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Spencer Schwellenbach.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Out of here. It's his 8th home run of the year. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Tyrone Taylor digs in now. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball one. Schwellenbach, 6'1" righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a cutter, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. Fastball for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's downstairs. And a count 2-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Pierce Johnson appears to be getting loose. Montero also getting ready. The 2-1 is high. And fires in a fastball at 95. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Now batting,
Brett
third
Beatty
baseman,
up now for
Brett
the Mets.
Beatty.
That catches the corner. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not
0-2.
liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Up the middle, Allen. Slinging it to first in time.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled
Now
over
batting,
it, got the ground ball.
catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Stepping in, Francisco Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off. In there at the knees for a strike. And Kenny Jansen punches him out. That's a strikeout. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Now pitching for New
We're
York.
back in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
75.
seventh. Reed Garrett.
Well,
Reed
walks have
Garrett.
certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Marcell
Leading
Ozuna
off for
now
the
at the plate.
Braves,
1 for
designated
3.
hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Next offering
1 ball,
way
2
off the
strikes.
plate.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his
Now
third
batting,
strikeout,
second
and this
baseman,
one looking,
Ozzie
obviously, so he's been a
Albies.
little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. That's in for a strike. Garrett is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. One down, base is empty. That's outside, and that's ball 1.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball.
Yeah.
And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side
Up
now.
next
You
for
talk
the
about the
Braves,
benefits,
catcher,
the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.